Hello, welcome back to Princess Evangile, where we are just in the same session as last time, which is the first time we've had that happen. Because Ark was like, you missed it off screen, he was like begging and crying for me to play another episode.
No, that's what I did!
He's like, please, I need to see more of my Ritsuko baby.
That's what I said! That's what I said! I could not do another episode, that's what I said! Jeez!
Okay,
But yes, I do like Briscoe.
So, last time, we got thrown out of our room in our underwear, which is annoying, but we got to meet Ruruko, who is not a candidate for dating in this game, but she is in Happiness. And we found out that Ritsuko is the leader of the Red Rose. Which we already knew that they were going to do that, but now Rise and Messiah know.
So,
Ark is going to read off. Ark was wanting to find out which characters are dateable in Happiness, because in this game, it's Rise, Chiho, Ayaka, and Ritsuko. So...
yeah, so with Happiness adds 5 more. Apart from the 4 red mentioned, which is the epilogue of the 4 main routes. Yeah. Another story is Ruruko, which we discussed last episode. Marika, which we already knew. Tamie, which again we didn't know, but she was pretty obvious. Mitsuki, which is honestly pretty obvious. Was always surprising to me because
she does have a route.
She does have a route, yes.
Oh, interesting.
And Konami, which is Ritsuko's friend, and the small one we get.
We'll get to meet later.
We're gonna meet later, yes.
Without going into too many details, for those who don't know. Interesting. If Mitsuki is a route option in Happiness, honestly, I might want to do hers first.
Really?
Yeah, because I think I'd be most curious to see what a route with her would be like.
Well, if she has a route, that means that both Marika and Mitsuki liked you by the end of the game. So.
Yeah, but again, I think Mitsuki is the only one who feels actually redeemable.
Okay.
Not yet, but like after what we see Marika do later on, I don't think I could ever forgive her for that. I'm gonna be alluding to it throughout the entire game until it happens. But anyway, that's what's in store. So, yeah. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Delicious. It's a bit cold, but truly, Fortnum and Mason is the only black tea worth drinking.
Fortnum?
Ah, you don't know of them?
No, the only black tea I've ever had is a Nito kind of that comes in bags.
In bags? You mean satchels?
What?
What?
The gap between us was as vast as a canyon. Oh, nothing! What?
What is it?
Nothing! This is really, really good! The tea in the cup was a dark indigo. I'd never seen anything like it before. But even on first glance, it was clearly nothing like the black tea I'd had before, in taste and in smell.
It's wonderful to see you eating so happily.
It's not like I'd indulged like this before. And after all, certainly not one of my meals consisted of a single apron with milk.
On pon.
I brought the cup to my lips again. So good. I can't remember what we were talking about before.
Well then, today I would like to have a small strategy meeting.
Strategy meeting?
Ah, before that though, I don't believe I've given you a proper explanation of the association, have I?
Right.
Then I'll do that first. I should explain the student council to start with, but I believe that should be similar to other schools. They typically serve as an executive body for the school policy on a student level. Isn't that correct?
Yeah. An executive body. An executive body. In other words,
Executive.
an executive. Jeez. In other words, they made some things got done.
Are these just words that you've never had to say out loud?
Yes, basically,
Okay.
mostly yes. I've never served on a student council or a committee in school, so I didn't know about their inner workings. Or I knew they were involved in the sports and cultural festivals.
I believe that some serve legislative functions as well, but that's not the case at Vincennes. I referred to what happened yesterday as a vote, but in a way it is the legislative process. That is to say, at Vincennes, the executive and legislative bodies are clearly separated. This is where the association comes in. Their most important duty is to oversee the holding of votes.
In other words, you have to do a lot of votes to decide legislation?
Correct. It serves well enough for votes on daily matters, but the grand vote is something rather different. That's because the candidates are the heads of both associations. There would be a great deal of room for foul play.
Got it.
Because of that, the White Lily and Red Rose Societies direct the vote in tandem.
It all seemed like a lot of trouble to go through. But it's still the kind of school that Vincennes was, after all.
The administration of elections is their main duty, but in reality, they assist the student council as well. Do you have any questions regarding these points?
I'm good.
Then let's discuss strategy. The first item on our agenda is our lack of committee members.
Yeah.
Naturally, I have not lost heart, but we must accept that a lack of staff will hurt us greatly in the fight to come. Masaya-san, did you notice the laptops in the White Lily Society's room?
Yeah.
The associations have homepages as well. They aren't on the internet, but you can access them from the school network. They require a great deal of maintenance, which requires a large staff as well.
I see.
What's more, this year, as we must rally public interest as much as we can,
You can't have someone substitute?
one must be voted in to be a member.
Oh, I see.
And I am certain that a re-election would not be allowed.
We sat aside for a few minutes. We just need to find out how to get him to come back.
You're right.
She took a sip from a cup and returned it to a saucer, then paused.
I have little confidence, but we can't give up without trying. We'll just speak to each of them individually. Putting that aside, we'll need to expand your social circle, Masaya-san.
Yeah.
In order to pass the premier judgment, more than anything, they will need to know you as a person after all. Don't worry, I'm certain that everyone will accept you, Masaya-san.
Yeah. I'll do my best to make sure that happens.
Dun dun. It's the 11th.
New day.
April.
And a week had passed. I was working as hard as I could to expand my social circle, but no luck at all. I tried my best to talk with people with a personable smile or a shout out every time. I could barely approach anyone without them running away. He was just screaming. I was about to give up hope.
Keep fighting, Masaya-san.
Thanks. Then there was Ruko-san, who claimed to have an interest in men, and as such wanted to know more about me. She wasn't lying. Sometimes she would approach me directly. Other times, she would just watch me from far. But how am I supposed to make friends with them? Give me ideas, Ruko-san?
Let me think. You could bake them some delicious bread, perhaps.
Load them in with food, you mean?
You do love bread, don't you, Masaya-san?
Well, I do like it.
Then I'll call you Panterbell Jr. Senior is right here, of course.
There are a lot of people who like bread.
It's such a simple thing, but I don't know, that was really funny. If you wish, I will bring you more another time.
Thanks. I like that. It really was good after all.
Did you enjoy the baguette I made last time? I can make you a batard next time.
This bun inside? That sounds great. Huh?
You're very amusing, Masaya-san. I truly enjoy your humor.
Ruka-san turned to leave the classroom, long hair trailing out behind her. I wasn't trying to make a joke.
Looks like it's a hard fight, Messiah-san.
A little. She had been following me all week from what she had called follow-up interviews, so I've become used to seeing Tamae-san around.
She's another one that I think would be potential for a first with happiness playthrough. I like
I feel like
Tamae a lot.
I feel like the first we're gonna do is probably the epilogue of what we did for the
Other characters, yeah, probably.
Mhm.
But I mean, like, of the exclusive.
Of the
exclusive ones.
Yeah.
Well, just be patient. These girls are hothouse flowers. They've hardly interacted with a guy before in their lives.
Yeah.
You're a pretty smooth operator yourself, though.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Getting all Frenchy with Bijou Blue.
Who's that?
Oh, come on, you didn't know? Ruko-san.
Is that a title?
Can I assume you don't know what the words mean, either?
I'm still not used to all this French. It'd be easier if it were in English at least.
Bijou Blue means the blue gem.
Wow. I found myself thinking genuine admiration. Ruko-san was the blue gem.
Why? She's not blue.
Yeah, it fits. No, not really.
Yeah.
Where's the blue?
White would be more fitting. I know, right? Our school turns out beauties like no other.
For that matter, Tami-san was quite pretty herself, and almost seemed like a prerequisite for attendance. Prerequisite.
Getting on good terms with Ruko-san is a pretty good strategy.
Strategy?
What? It wasn't intentional?
What?
What I'm saying is she has a title and a certain amount of influence that goes with it, even more than she realizes.
Misty-san has something like that too.
So I figured you made a beeline for Ruko-san. Was I wrong?
No, not at all. Ruko-san mentioned she had an interest in guys, so...
Huh? Did she say why?
As the ace of a news club, she was quickly jumping on that fact. I guess you have to ask her if you want to know more.
That's true. Go right to the source. That's the reporter's way.
Anyway, I wasn't planning to go after people with influence. I wanted to make friends with everyone individually.
Oh. Well, that's very honorable of you.
I guess so.
It's hopeless.
Oh, Risa-san! How'd it go? No, judging from the expression, I didn't really have to ask.
No good. I couldn't sway a single one of them.
She had been working on convincing the society members. As predicted, it had been a total failure.
How are things going with you?
Sorry, no luck here either. In one class, there's even a girl who hides her face behind a textbook or notebook when I show up. They don't seem prepared to accept me just yet.
It has only been like 2 weeks. So... yeah... What class was it?
Let's see. I cannot seem to remember, but it happens every time. I've tried to stop by each class a few times.
That's a little surprising. I wouldn't think they'd actually hide. But you really shouldn't rush yourself, Messiah-san. As a matter of fact, I've got an idea. Have you ever heard of the term volunteers?
I think I've heard it, but I'm not sure.
It refers to an informal volunteer. It's a bit of a neologism? Yes, I was so concerned with the official elections that I didn't even think of it. Even if they're not official society members, people can still support us.
Oh, I see.
So we'll begin solicitations the first thing after classes today. Understand?
Roger.
Oh. Sorry, I mentioned it before, but I can't help. I mean, I've come to like you personally, but...
I appreciate that.
But officially speaking, I need to be neutral and impartial, fair and balanced. I can't take sides. I understand, but you could report on it, couldn't you? Tell them we're recruiting supporters. Of course. Don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing doesn't conflict with my journalistic principles. But I'm gonna write everything. The good stuff and the bad stuff. Sure. I like Tamie for that. Very specific, like, that she's a really good person.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't let her bias get in any way. Listen, Chiho-san. Yeah? What do you think of Messiah-san? What? Oh, is something wrong? No. I've had so few opportunities to interact with boys. Messiah-san doesn't appear to be a bad person when I speak to him, but I don't have any standard to judge him by. I see. Chiho-san, have you interacted with Messiah-san yet? Oh, me? Messiah's just... Oh, she dropped a classmate's honorific. And it's the boy, too. It's not very ladylike of her. She is a final course tourist, after all. Don't let it bother you, Chiho-san. Ah, right. Well, about him, I haven't spoken with him yet, so I don't know, I guess? I see. But I feel like it's just a feeling, you know? It has no basis whatsoever, so... Yes? I do think he might not be a bad person. That's just the feeling I get. I think you're right. Oh, I know. If you haven't spoken with him yet, why don't I take this opportunity to introduce you? Oh, me? I'm not... You don't wish to? The chairwoman encouraged him to make girlfriends. Boyfriends and girlfriends. I know so little of the meaning of those words as well. If it refers to friendship, then I can imagine, and it is always better to have more friends. I'll pass. I see.
Chiho was a bigger boss, I remember.
That's what you take away from...
Of course.
Ark doesn't know where to look. He's a respectful man.
Very respectful looker.
I never look respectful.
We're still on YouTube, you know.
So?
Okay.
Well then, let's get going, Messiah-san.
Sure.
I don't really know what exactly kind of voice I want to do for Chiho. I kind of want to try and go for a more natural one. I don't know. I think I'll just kind of have to figure it out. You're putting what you talked about at lunch into practice, right? Could I have an interview about it? Please do. Where are you going to attack first? Class B. Now that I'm rounding up info and tiers, I know just who to recruit first. Who? Bijou Blue, right? No, not her. Oh, who is it then? I don't recall you mentioning any other good prospects. Well, you'll see it soon enough. I haven't actually spoken with her before, so I can't ensure that it will go well. Someone you haven't spoken with before?
As we spoke, we're arriving from Class B. Oh, here we are. This is a class with the girl who always hides her face when I come in.
Oh, it's a Chiho that hides her face? I just realized. Okay. See, well, I hope it isn't her then.
A bit slow, but it's okay.
Shh. Oh my, it's so loud and cool.
I heard the whispers of various voices all around us. That was the power that Risa-san had. Then when I stepped in, the girl hid her face behind the notebook again. She must have been extremely shy. At least, I hope that was the only reason. Risa-san walked purposely, passing through the gap between desks. Her destination was... Oh yeah, I remember this introduction being really funny in the...
When I was looking through the videos, I saw a thumbnail that reminded me of how this interaction goes.
The girl was hiding her face.
Oh, Rise-san! Salutations.
She's still right in front of her. She must have known she was being approached. But she just hit further. What?
Sorry.
In a notebook.
I didn't think you would stutter that much.
It was definitely an unusual reaction. Is she afraid? No, that can't be it.
Chiho-san,
What?
what is it?
Oh, nothing. Wait a minute. The name Chiho isn't exactly uncommon. It's not like Rosinin or something. Even so, my heart was pounding. Chiho-san started trembling even more. Risa-san and Ruko-san both looked suspicious. Matami-san seemed curious. While feeling the girl's eyes sharply fixed on me, my own eyes were locked on Chiho-san. My heart started beating racing faster. Her notebook was open and her face was completely hidden, but she couldn't hide her hair. Those characteristic pigtails, the color of her hair. She was... Chiho! Is it you?
Huh? Huh? Hmm?
The moment I spoke, Chiho-san, no, my Chiho, threw down her notebook and sent her tear clouding as she stood up. Her brows knitted tightly. She ground her teeth. Her eyes began to well up with tears. She never looked at me this way before. But it was inquisitively her. I'll never forget my childhood friend's face.
You... What's... Traitor! It's a good image. But also, I remember that everybody takes it really badly.
Uh,
Oh!
ah, ah. I was pretty sure that strange girl had come from me. But it was such a merciless blow. It wasn't surprising that I was crowned shock. Bye!
A scoop! What a scoop!
Robinson ran off. She just returned to the party form. I'll remain in the room.
Whoa! Did you see? Did you violence? Actual violence! Oh dear, oh dear.
Was an explosive activity, a lingering anger, and a lot of cold gases.
What on earth happened between them? I had assumed he was not a bad person, but perhaps I was wrong?
Even the usual placid Ruko-san looked distressed.
Ah, so that is what happened. Yes, it's all over the school, Ine-sama. I've already let the teachers know, and they'll dole out punishments tomorrow. I see. Merely the whole entire matter is without precedent. A slap in the face, yes, we've had fights in our way, of course, but... I am certain that Masai-kun did something to deserve it, though. Yes, I'm certain he did. I wonder what he might have done. I will hope it was nothing untoward. I've heard that men are uncontrollable sexual beings. People wouldn't say that sort of thing if it wasn't the truth, would they? Well, I hardly know, of course. In any event, it is true that we found nothing inappropriate in his residence, but I suppose he was just putting up a good front. Yes, he's a crafty one, I'm certain of it. Fuck you! That's just the trouble. We need to purge him from our Vincenus by any means necessary. Is that what you're saying? Yes.
The paper came out quickly next day. What's more, even before the paper came out, it seemed like everyone knew what happened yesterday. It was a boarding school, and we were all familiar. Once I was out there, the information spread like wildfire. As soon as I left my room, I felt like I'd been on a bed of needles. I felt didn't change when I arrived at the classroom. To the contrary, the gazes fixed on me just seemed harsh and colder. I wanted to ask what the Tara serpent the article had mentioned could have meant, but no one would meet my eyes.
The seductive serpent! Oh my god. Salutations.
Ah, good morning.
Oh dear, still have a mark.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw it this morning. It was a bright red in the mirror.
I'm the one who was shocked.
His-san put a hand to her forehead and looked up at the ceiling.
Everyone in the school is talking about you. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
You were conspicuous to begin with, and now this. Some people theorize that this is the first act of violence in Vincent's history. It's only natural that it should be everywhere.
That's true. But was it really violence?
Well, she hit you so hard. The sound it created was incredible.
Well,
In addition,
she looked at me from the corner of her eyes.
I would like it if you would explain to me privately just what happened between the two of you.
After what happened yesterday, I'd run out of the room after Chiho. But I lost her by the time I reached the hallway. I checked back in the dorm, but whether she was there or not, she didn't respond to my knocks. I knew I couldn't hang around the halls forever, but eventually withdrew my room and let it go for a day. Sure.
After all, she called you a traitor. It's a very strong word. Naturally, I don't believe you're a tentator serpent myself. But even so, this is a very serious matter. I can't assess the situation until you give me a full explanation. What is it?
What does Tentator serpent mean?
Seductive serpent. In other words, the whole incident is being interpreted in that light, Mr. Casanova.
She poked in my chest as she spoke, then finally took a seat.
Good morning.
Sister Mashima entered. I took my seat as well. After homeroom ended, Sister Mashima addressed me.
Masayako, could you meet me in the hallway?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
The headmistress wishes to speak with you about yesterday's events. Please go to her office after class today.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you don't have to be so formal.
She patted my shoulder gently.
This kind of thing happens all the time.
What? But Risa-san said it was the first instance of violence in Risa-san's history.
Well, it's true you don't see slaps to the face very often. Quite a few scratch marks, though. My beloved One-sama had lunch with another girl. Cree! Things like that. In fact, when I was here at school...
Sister Mashima's gaze became distant.
Well, that's the long and short of it. Oh, yes, it seems Chiho-san has been called along with you.
I see.
If you wish to line up your stories, I suggest you do it quickly.
Right! Line up her stories. That'd probably be for the best, but I was hesitant as to go in to see Chiho. There was the possibility of a repeat of that incident. I didn't especially mind being hit. But I didn't want to hurt her standing in the school. Of course, I didn't intend to avoid it forever. I guess just wait until after class.
What did the sister say?
The headmistress wants to talk to me. I have to go see her after this class.
The headmistress.
This is the first time I've ever been chewed up by a headmistress.
This is no laughing matter.
It isn't?
The headmistress is always a strict woman, but she's likely to be especially harsh against you.
What? Why?
The headmistress is the leader of the traditionalist faction. After class, though, I suppose we'll save our conversation for tonight. Send you an email tonight, then.
Sure.
Wasn't that photograph intense? I got the exact moment. Not bad with a camera, am I?
Sure. Whatever.
Hey, don't be mad at me. I just do my best to communicate what happened to as many people as possible. That's what a journalist does.
Yeah, I know. But where did the Holy Trinity even come from? You weren't even carrying a bag.
That's a trade secret. I'll give you a hint, though. The key to that secret might be inside my hat.
Keeping it in a strange place again. It really was a strange hat. But I wasn't sure if it was okay to ask about it. So just let it go for now.
She is secretly a Neko.
I was just thinking that. But it was a good shot at least. I could certainly understand why she want to brag about it, Leo. Well, I'm doing fine, but
But
I hope Chiho's okay. I'm not worried about her being scolded by the teachers or anything, but I keep thinking other girls might give her the cold shoulder about that.
ah, aren't you kind? What are you mad about? I'm not mad about anything. Well, as part of the news club, I know a thing or two, and Chiho-san never really fit in.
Oh, really? I stopped eating.
A little, yeah.
For once, Tommy-san was being evasive. But she was so friendly. She was so popular back at the Tato Auxiliary.
There was something I've been wondering. You two have known each other for quite some time?
Yeah. I sat back in my chair and resumed eating. Today's meal was a 10-piece nigiri sushi.
That seems about right. Not even the Tentara Serpent could build up an illicit relationship that soon after arriving in school.
Speaking of which, is that Tentara Serpent someone that you came up with, Tommy-san?
Oh, it's really getting around, isn't it? I'll be honest, I worked hard on that one.
No, that's not what I was asking!
But what is your relationship?
Oh, right. Let's see. I guess you call it childhood friends.
Childhood friends. So you've known each other since you were children?
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. So that's why you don't give her an honorific. My information network says she doesn't give you an honorific either. I thought there was something strange about that. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. That lucky girl. I'm so jealous.
Tommy-san nudged me with an elbow. I shrugged and popped another nigiri in my mouth. Huh?
To have a dashing young man as your childhood friend. Not bad at all, right? Are you sure you aren't mad, Rise-san? I absolutely am not mad. I'm not even slightly bothered by all this constant chocolate childhood friends. I think she's a little jealous.
I think she is a little jealous too.
Oh, this face is adorable though.
It's definitely the first time she's used this one.
I'm guessing she probably doesn't use it that much. Huh? If you will excuse me.
Bye.
Masaya-san, you're writhing and your eyes are watering.
What? You just say something? I feel my face going to explode. I can barely hear anything.
Oh my god, the denseness! Good god! Boop. I said, you're writhing and your eyes are watering.
Oh, it's just... That was stronger than expected.
Perhaps the cook was issuing a bit of punishment to the Tentara Serpent.
Seriously?
Nah, it was probably just an accident. It's not like it's made by a real sushi chef.
This is really good, though. I was surprised it makes such sushi for school lunch. I was wondering if it was to have an old breath. Wait, huh? Where's Risa-san?
You didn't even see her leaving?
Oh, that's right. She said something, didn't she?
Maybe. That's probably best if you didn't hear.
Huh?
But you're more of the Tentara Serpent than your appearance would suggest. Even I might end up seduced by you. No, not until the next game.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my phone is almost dead. Hold on. Rise, little jelly! Oh, come on. What? Okay, that's weird. Oh, what a fool I am. What was I thinking? Childhood friends. An email. Don't worry, I've already forgotten your soliloquy back there. Even the scanner Sombre has principles. Also, Messiah-san was choking on wasabi and didn't seem to hear, so don't worry about that either. Thank goodness. Oh, come on. Come on.
The real problem came into class. She went on arrived from his office. I ran into Chiho almost right in front of the door, but she didn't respond when I addressed her, and she stood to avoid eye contact.
She is bigger than I remember. I do not approve.
I was expecting to receive a tongue lashing, so it wasn't really surprising. But headmistress was somehow scared than chill women.
To see violence in Vincent S., which prizes harmony above all else. When I first heard the news, I could scarcely believe my ears.
It wasn't really violence.
What?
Well, I mean, I don't think it was really that bad.
What are you talking about? You have a large bruise on your cheek.
This isn't really a bruise. It's more of a mark.
Semantics.
She tapped her desk with a fingernail in irritation.
For heaven's sake, 1 week and you're already causing trouble. Expected this, but... That's why I was opposed to this. This proves just how thoughtless it is to allow boys to enter an all-girls school. Of course, there's nothing to be done about it now. The board already voted on it. However...
She cut off sharply, fixing with a cold gaze. Her eyes narrowed.
This violence is a separate matter from that of your scholarship. As the person tasked with running the school, I am obliged to ask what was the cause of all this. What on earth could it have been?
I checked on Chiho from the corner of my eyes. Her head was bowed deeply, her eyes fixed on the floor.
What's the matter? Explain yourself already. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Chiho's a lot greater than I remember her being, too. I don't remember what I thought about Chiho from the start, but I do remember like I know a lot of people take like the slap really badly, but I thought it was just funny like when that Tommy reacted, and I
never got mad at her for doing it. I got mad at everybody else for the way they reacted to it.
Oh yeah, because I never. So, but see, I never went down any route, so I don't know like the reason for like everything why this happened. So
I think she
that'll
just.
be.
I think she just slapped him because he stopped talking to her.
I quickly parroted the words, but Hamish' expression didn't soften. Well, I also don't know. I also don't know the flashback in the beginning. What we say.
Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know what that is either.
Okay.
I think that only gets explained in her route.
Yeah, I imagine so, yes.
Who asked you to apologize? I asked you to explain yourselves. You don't intend to tell me? Sakisawa Chiho-san, are you defying the headmistress's request? For heaven's sake, this is what we get for accepting final course tourists.
What does that mean? I didn't understand what she was talking about, but I had Mrs. voice. Chiho's shoulders began to tremble. Headmistress?
What is it?
The truth is, I don't own a CD.
CD?
I broke, Chiyo's son's favorite CD, and that was, the reason she was mad.
Surely you have a more convincing lie than that.
It's the truth!
Chapter 9, verse 43 of the Gospels of Mark states, if your hand causes you to sin, cut it off. For that is at least better than to burn in the fires of hell. Okonogi Masaya-kun, I believe it would be better for you to cut off that tongue of yours.
I had no idea how to respond to such successfully cruel words.
Go ahead. Salutations. Madam Chairwoman, what are you doing here? I was worried you might be harassing Masaya-kun. Unthinkable, I would never harass a student. I know that. It was an innocent joke. Now then, what have you talked about so far?
What's just explain what caused the fight?
You should speak more precisely. I believe you mean I was just bearing false witness. Oh dear.
The children smiled in amusement. I found myself relaxing. I understand. I'll tell you the truth. It's spring, after all. Something feels so good. That's why she smacked me.
How long do you tend to lie to us? No, Madam Headmistress. It's clear that Messiah-kun wants to forgive and forget. Isn't that enough? But as the school administrator, I cannot... Jesus himself said many times, hate the sin but love the sinner. Messiah-kun, you forgive her for striking you?
Yes, I don't mind at all.
Then isn't that enough? If we can just reach a compromise there... I understand what you're saying, Madam Chairwoman, however, I believe that is overly lenient. This matter is not merely between the two of them, it concerns all of Vincennes. The vessel known as Vincennes has remained pure and pristine for all this time. Now a single drop of mud has entered it, a single drop which cannot be allowed. After all, who can be expected to drink muddy water?
Treating me like mud? I couldn't help but feel a little offended.
I believe you're incorrect, Madam Headmistress. Messiah-kun is not mud. The mud has been here since the beginning. What exactly do you mean by that? The school has been collecting sediment all through its long history. Messiah-kun is a stone that has stirred up that mud. It is only natural that our vision should be obscured for a time. Sediment? Excuse me, but I can hardly believe what I'm hearing. I cannot contain my outrage at your words. If the word sediment is too strong for you, you may replace the word with consciousness. Vincennes, it has the tendency to lock a person's mind in place. For better or worse, it is a powerful force. Of course, I am well aware that you have a different opinion on the matter, Madam Headmistress. Very well. And in deference to you, Madam Chairwoman, I shall concede the matter today. As they say, water which is too pure has no fish.
The headmistress didn't respond, but turned back to Chiho's me.
Remind me, is she Ritsuko's mom? I think she is, isn't she? I think she's related to somebody that we know.
I think so too.
Plus black hair, and I think Ritsuko has red eyes.
Ritsuko does have red eyes, yes.
So I think that's her mom.
Which
I think is supposed to be the parallel. She's Risei's grandmother. She's Ritsuko's mom. I think it's supposed to be like that parallel.
How did Ritsuko end up like that when this is the headmistress for mom? I mean, it just makes me like her more. A mega simp.
I didn't hear you read this one.
The headmistress didn't respond, but turned back to Chiho and me.
You may go.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow! I can't believe we got out of that. I'm here show of wiping my brow in relief.
Were you trying to cover for me there?
Huh?
The way you lied.
Oh, that wasn't what I... As we talked, she still wouldn't meet my eyes.
You won't get any thanks from me. I'm never gonna forgive you, you know. Oh my. I can see you two do still have a conflict.
Oh, Madam Chairwoman.
No, don't worry. Youth is a time for strong emotions. That is what I believe, at least. Now, we should go. Messiah-kun, why don't you return to your dormitory?
Yes, ma'am. As we walk back together, I stood up. Madam Chairwoman. Earlier, the headmistress referred to Chiho as a final course to it. What does that mean?
Did she say that? I had hoped that changing the discussion to co-education would put that matter to rest once and for all.
But other than those few cryptic words, she didn't address my question at all. After dinner, I got an email from Lisa-san and headed for the recreation room.
Ooh.
Hey there!
Salutations! If you do not wish to be overheard, we could go outside instead. What would you prefer?
No, it doesn't really matter.
Then let us remain.
We headed for the sofa and sat.
Now, would you mind telling me what transpired between you and Chiho-san?
Sure. Let's see. Where to start? I gaze off in the distance and murmur to myself. I guess in the end, it comes down to me breaking a promise. I think that's what Chiho meant when she called me a traitor.
What kind of promise?
It was the day of our graduation. We agreed that after the ceremony, we'd meet in the park where we played as kids. But I ended up not going.
But why?
I couldn't go. I told you my dad's loans forced us to run out a year ago. It was the day of my graduation.
Then that means...
It's true that it wasn't a lot of time, but we could have put off our deposit a little. The biggest problem was my fear. At the time, my old man looked the most afraid he'd ever been. He was usually so laid back.
Afraid?
He thought the collection of our debt had been passed to a violent gang known as the Goons.
So the people who confronted us at Papatore Moonrock.
Yeah, them. Well, it's my dad's fault for not acting in good faith. He always managed to duck out of his responsibilities one way or another. It was clear the creditors were getting pretty mad. My old man had a good nose for these things, and he got a feeling they'd be setting them up. So he ran.
So, how does Chiho-san fit into all of this?
My old man was probably exaggerating to make me understand why we were running out, but he really drummed into me how dangerous the goons were. I smiled bitterly. Well, that much was true at least. They even attack you on an unrelated matter. Anyway, it got me scared too. I just thought that after we ran away, it was my target of Chiho instead. That's what I kept thinking. Like you said, there was also a part of me that was broken up about having to leave. But at the time, I really was afraid.
But would they really pressure someone else about your debt?
Maybe not, maybe so. I mean, know how the mob does things.
I see. But even then...
Huh?
Well, the gang seemed to be watching us when we were together, and then they did come to interrogate me regarding your debt. I believe they may have mistaken us for lovers.
I see. I guess did the right thing.
Were the two of you seeing one another?
Oh no, nothing like that. Not even the slightest.
I see.
This is surprising. I thought this would be revealed in Shio's round, like Shio would be in Rise's place right here. So
Well,
what
no,
is it
because
Shio's
we're finding out, and then so that we can become friends with her. Because we're gonna, you become friends with Chiho way before the romance options begin.
Yeah, I know, but still, I just figured that this flashback was what happened between Masaya and Shio would like be something that they discuss between themselves, and I'm sure they do later on in the romance rod. But no, it's fine. So I cut off ties with Shio right there, and for the same reason, they even tried to contact her from where we had gone. But in the end, the mom showed up there too, as I tried not to make any friends. Well, a year later, a bunch of stuff happened where we were. My old man and I ended up coming back to home at Giga Oka. Then the goons appeared and the old bastard ran, and no to rest.
I see. In the end, it appears that the situation was unavoidable. Isn't that the case?
I guess so.
In that case, you should apologize at once. Have you told her this story?
No, never had a chance. You're right, though. I guess that should be the first thing I do. I'll go see you tomorrow, then.
Yes, I believe that would be for the best. If you don't mind, I will accompany you.
What? Why? I stared in shock. His dad seemed unusually flustered.
It's not as though I am concerned about the two of you. It's not like that at all. But as I am the leader of the White Lily Society...
Oh!
Naturally, you are a member of our society. Well, not properly, as you haven't been elected. You are, well, an affiliate. I wish to see our affiliate comes to terms with his childhood friend. As leader of the society, that's only natural, isn't it?
Is that natural?
Of course it's natural! There's the second one.
Right! She gotten so strangely insistent, I couldn't help but nod along.
On that subject, I wonder what Chiho-san wanted to say to you when she called you out there on your graduation day. A confession, I'm guessing. If I remember correctly, she was gonna confess to him.
I don't know. I never got a chance to find out.
Is the 13th?
It was the next day.
That's where we're gonna end this episode.
Okay.
Yeah! We got slapped.
Me when I approach a woman, just the usual. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, things are slowly progressing. We have met we have officially properly met the third of the romance options. And then the fourth one isn't gonna show up for a long time.
I really don't know why Ayaka's so late, but okay.
But yeah. I'm getting excited. The further we get, the more excited. Now that we're past the beginning, I'm getting like invested.
Me too.
Which is I'm very happy about that because I was a little bit worried. But yeah. I was worried it wasn't going to be as good as I remembered. But so far it is. And we haven't even gotten to like the good stuff yet. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you like the video, please like it, and if you want to see when the next videos come out, please think about subscribing. That's all for today, though. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.